In the top stories, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has addressed the launch of a new CARICOM UN framework advancing a public health approach to crime and violence prevention. Civil servants are being encouraged to collect and use the new WellCare digital health insurance card system. And Calvin St. Just says CBR reforms are showing results after a recent major awards win for St. Kitts and Nevis. We have the details of these stories and others right after this break.
This Mother's Day, get mom that wow to wear from Quartz Optical. Select frames from our 2026 collection with 50% off frames for her. And with our payment plans, you can style mom today and pay later. So come on in, find mom's wow so she can wear her wow with new frames from Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer valid from May 1st to May 31st, 2026. Conditions apply.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fete. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I'm your presenter this evening, Ebony Brandon. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has called for a regional shift from reaction to prevention in addressing crime and violence across the Caribbean. The Prime Minister was addressing the official launch of the CARICOM UNDP diagnostic document and the CARICOM UN Action Framework on Crime and Violence Prevention, now underway at the Marriott Resort. The two-day hybrid event brings together regional governments, development partners, judicial representatives, security experts, and United Nations agencies to build a more coordinated approach to prevention. The initiative focuses on moving the region away from a response-driven model and towards a public health and human security approach that treats crime and violence as development challenges rooted in social conditions, family stability, health, education, and opportunity.
Always held that nothing can really be done unless there's political will. The political will is what allows us to be able to implement policies and to put whatever is necessary behind it to get it done.
Dr. Drew welcomed the framework as an important step in building regional consensus, emphasizing that crime and violence cannot be viewed only through a law enforcement lens.
That the answer is not only law enforcement. I want to stress that law enforcement and the judicial system are critically important. Please, I want that to be said as well. So I'm not downplaying that in any way. I'm simply saying that that alone is not the answer. And invariably, when law enforcement and the judicial system really get involved, is at the end of a long process of bringing somebody to that point.
Discussions are also examining how governments, health systems, social services, justice institutions, and community organizations can better align resources to address the root causes of violence and build long-term resilience.
Science. This is data-driven, intelligence-guided. This is not guesswork. Just as you go up, if you don't do anything to counteract gravity, you will fall down. If you implement this, this would be the result that you want.
The Prime Minister said the framework offers a practical pathway towards stronger regional coordination, sustainable financing, and long-term violence reduction across the Caribbean. Executive Chairman of the Citizenship Unit Board, Calvin St. Just, says the Federation's performance at the CIU 2026 Awards is a strong signal that reforms to the Citizenship by Investment program are delivering results. St. Kitts and Nevis captured 4 awards, including Program of the Year. Speaking on ZIZ Radio, Mr. St. Just praised the work undertaken to reposition and strengthen the program.
And the last key key and most prized award is to be recognized by our peers as Program of the Year 2026. I alluded to 20 months ago where our program was. We were not in a good place. We know we had some significant challenges at that point in time, and we cannot forget where we came from. And so a true testament to all I always recognize, the leadership, obviously first from the Prime Minister, in terms of he took a very bold move in making some really strong reforms, and the ministers and cabinet as well, but also the Board of Governors and the leadership at the CIA and every staff member who really rolled up their sleeve and said, listen, we're going to make this program not only the best in St. Kitts and Nevis, but we're going to make it the best in the region.
Mr. St. Just also sought to highlight the wider significance of the recognition for the Federation, saying a strong CBI program supports national development.
There are several programs, many programs around the world. We're no longer competing with just our Caribbean members. We're competing with developed countries who've established similar our residency programs as well. But the significance of this, it demonstrates that the work we have done, the level of integrity that we have brought back to the program, the governance structure around the program, the operational efficiency around the program, but most importantly, the impact that our citizens are seeing, and even others in the region are seeing, that the revenue is actually being used for social and national development.
Head of the Civil Service, Thelma Richards, is encouraging eligible persons to take advantage of government's new WellCare digital health insurance card system.
Well, if you've listened to the Honorable Prime Minister, he has been talking about that ease of access to healthcare for a very, very long time. And so I think he has pushed and worked with the NCI to make sure that that access comes to reality.
Okay.
The system has been introduced for civil servants and others covered under the National Caribbean Insurance. Richards says more than 8,500 people are enrolled, including government auxiliary workers, teachers, nurses, police officers, fire officers, and retirees. She explained that the new digital card reduces the need for large upfront payments at medical facilities, with users paying only their share of the cost while the balance is billed directly to NCI.
Once they have that card reader, you do not need to pay your portion. You only need to pay your portion of the bill, your 20% of the bill. So the doctor is $100, you swipe and you pay $20, and NCI is immediately billed that $80.
She urged persons who missed their original collection date to collect their cards at the Human Resource Management Department at government headquarters between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. starting next week. After the break, the New Horizon Rehabilitation Center has been recommissioned following extensive upgrades, and SCASPA's Chief Operations Officer Calvin Duggins recently attended a regional workshop focused on port reform and digital transformation. Stay tuned, we have these stories up next.
This summer, the Caribbean's premier music experience returns. Welcome to the 28th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival, featuring the incredible Kilani, Fantasia, Beres Hammond, Luciano, Soca King Marshall Montano, Soca Sensation Voice, and Vaughn. Dancehall giant Movado, Idonia, and the new wave, Valiant. Also featuring Massacre, Cranium, Taurus Riley, Steel Pulse, Dean Fraser and the Black Soil Band, Chanel Muir, Diani, Rodney Tatat, and Zoo. The legendary New Vibes Band International, Brandon and ASAP Band, Shelly and Signal Band, plus Edwin Yearwood and Crossfire, Rukas HE, and Garlic and the Upper Level Band. June 25th to June 27th, Warner Park Cricket Stadium, St. Kitts. Get your tickets now at stkittsmusicfestival.com. The St. Kitts Music Festival, where music meets paradise.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help.
Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Looking for a new vehicle? Horsford's automotive division has exactly what you need. Reliable performance, modern design, and a team committed to getting you on the road with confidence. From everyday drives to exciting upgrades, quality and service come standard. Ready to refresh your home? Visit Ashley Furniture Home Store at Horsford's. Discover statement pieces, stylish accents, and comfort designed to elevate your space instantly. Planning a project? The Building Center provides premium paints mixed to perfection and expert guidance every step of the way. Bring your ideas to life with ease. Automotive, home style, building essentials, all in one trusted destination. Make it simple. Make it smart. Experience everything Horsford's has to offer today. Try Horsford's first.
Welcome back. On Wednesday, the government recommissioned the New Horizon Rehabilitation Center at its original location in Harris's Village following extensive upgrades. The center, established on March 13, 2013, provides educational and rehabilitative support for at-risk youth between the ages of 12 and 18. Since its opening, it has served nearly 100 young people, offering guidance and structured support to those in need of intervention. The rehabilitation work included major infrastructure improvements, such as a new water pump house and storage system, upgrades to sewage and electrical networks, and enhanced security features. Officials say the water system now includes a total storage capacity of 5,000 gallons, with a manual backup in place to maintain service during outages. The The recommissioning is being positioned as part of continued efforts to strengthen support systems for vulnerable youth and improve social development services across St. Kitts and Nevis. Chief Operations Officer of the St. Christopher Air and Seaports Authority, or SCASPA, Calvin Duggins, recently represented the Federation at a high-level regional workshop on port reform, digitalization, and customs cooperation in St. Lucia. The three-day session brought together ministers, permanent secretaries, port and customs officials, along with international partners, including the World Bank and European Union. Discussions centered on modernizing maritime gateways across the Eastern Caribbean and strengthening regional trade and logistics systems. Participants also emphasized the need for policy, regulatory, and institutional reforms to improve port efficiency, advance digital transformation, and strengthen cooperation between ports and customs authorities. The workshop further underscored the importance of greater regional coordination and practical implementation of reform initiatives across the Caribbean. That wraps up our national developments this evening, but stay with us. Next in regional news, former Cuban President Raul Castro has been charged in the United States over the 1996 downing of 2 civilian planes, and police say the investigation into missing 2-year-old Tobagonian has taken a critical turn. We have the details after this.
Your Horsford's Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Special.
Running May 14th to May 27th.
Nutella Hazelnut Spread is just $18.99. Essential Everyday Cream Cheese Bars just $7.99. Celeste Pizza Single Serve $6.99. Morning Star Meatless Entrees just $19.99. Almond Breeze Almond Milk $9.99. Suavitel Liquid Fabric Softener just $21.05.
And now our value deals. Essential Everyday Pasta Sauce $9.99. Essential Everyday Pastas $4.99. Essential Everyday Cereals $10.99. Essential Everyday Ice Cream Cones $7.99. Essential Everyday Freezer Bags $8.99. Soft Soap Body Wash $19.99. Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Shop Smart, Shop Value Mart.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Welcome back. Former Cuban President Raul Castro has been charged by U.S. federal prosecutors over the 1996 shooting down of 2 civilian aircraft operated by a Miami-based exile group. The indictment accuses Castro, who was Cuba's defense minister at the time, of ordering the shoot-down of 2 planes flown by the group of brothers to rescue, killing 4 men. 5 former Cuban military pilots have also been charged. U.S. officials say the planes were unarmed and flying humanitarian missions linked to rescue operations for Cubans attempting to flee the island. The incident has long been one of the lowest points in U.S.-Cuba relations. The charges include murder, conspiracy, and destruction of aircraft, with American authorities saying the move is aimed at delivering long-delayed justice for the victims' families. Cuba has strongly rejected the case, with President Miguel Díaz-Canel describing it as politically motivated and defending Cuba's response to what officials at the time called airspace violations. The investigation into the disappearance of 2-year-old Angelo Tobias in Tobago has taken what police describe as a critical turn. The child was reported missing 10 days ago by his mother. Police say 7 people, including the child's mother and stepfather, are now being detained for questioning. Assistant Commissioner of Police Rishi Singh says investigators are continuing to work diligently towards what he described as a clear and definitive outcome. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says the matter remains a sensitive one and active investigation, with inquiries continuing in line with due process. Media reports claim the child's stepfather alleged the boy was killed and his body disposed of in an area now being searched. However, police have not confirmed those reports. Meanwhile, members of the Hunters Search and Rescue Team say such efforts are continuing, with hopes of bringing closure to the case. Coming up next in this evening's international developments, an Ebola treatment center in eastern Congo has been set on fire amid growing tensions over burial practices. And the United Nations top court has affirmed that international labor rules protect the right to strike. Stay tuned, we have these stories up next.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day. Through your life's journey, we're here to stay. NCI will protect you all the way. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always.
Starting international developments this evening, health officials in the Democratic Republic of the Congo are facing growing challenges in containing an Ebola outbreak after an attack on a treatment center in the country's east. Authorities say people set fire to an Ebola treatment facility in the town of Waropampa after being prevented from removing the body of a local man. The incident highlights tensions between public health measures and local burial traditions as officials work to limit the spread of the highly infectious virus. Health teams have been taking responsibility for burials of suspected victims, as the bodies of people who die from Ebola can remain highly contagious. However, the policy has sparked frustration among some families who say they are being denied the opportunity to bury their loved ones. The outbreak has been spreading in a region with limited health facilities and ongoing instability caused by armed conflict. The United Nations top court has backed workers' rights to strike in a landmark legal opinion that could influence labor laws around the world. The International Court of Justice ruled that the right to strike is protected under a key international labor treaty despite the word strike not appearing directly in the agreement. The court found that walkout actions are covered under freedom of association protections contained in the International Labour Organization's 1948 Convention on the Right to Organize. While the opinion is not legally binding, it carries significant weight and could shape labor standards, employment rules, and international trade agreements. Trade unions have welcomed the decision, describing the right to strike as essential to workers' ability to organize and negotiate. The convention has been ratified by more than 150 countries and is already referenced in a range of global employment guidelines. Coming up next in sports this evening, Grayson Burrell is set to become the first sailor from St. Kitts and Nevis to compete at the Optimist North American Championships. And the Democratic Republic of Congo has moved its World Cup preparations overseas amid the Ebola outbreak. Stay with us.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day. Through your life's journey, we're here to stay. NCI will protect you all the way. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always.
12-year-old Grayson Burrell is set to make history as the first sailor from St. Kitts and Nevis to compete at the Optimist North American Championships. The prestigious youth sailing event runs from May 21st to 28th in Halifax, Canada, and will feature some of the top young sailors from across North America, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. Around 172 young athletes are expected to compete in what is widely regarded as one of the premier events in optimist sailing. Grayson's participation marks a major personal milestone while also representing a significant moment for the development of youth sailing in St. Kitts and Nevis. Officials say the achievement reflects growing interest and investment in the sport as young athletes continue to gain exposure on the regional and international stage. In other news, the Democratic Republic of Congo's national football team has moved its World Cup preparations overseas following the Ebola outbreak in the country's east. Team officials have called off a planned 3-day training camp in Kinshasa, along with a fan farewell event, as health authorities continue to respond to the outbreak. Officials say the outbreak linked to a rare strain of the virus has resulted in hundreds of suspected cases and dozens of deaths, prompting the World Health Organization to declare a public health emergency of international concern. The change in plans means the team will continue its World Cup build-up abroad, with friendly matches scheduled against Denmark and Chile. The squad is then expected to travel to its training base in the United States ahead of the tournament. That wraps up sport this evening. When we come back, we'll have another look at the headlines.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Now for another look at this evening's top stories. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew has addressed the launch of a new CARICOM UN framework advancing a public health approach to crime and violence prevention. Civil servants are being encouraged to collect and use the new WellCare digital health insurance card system. And Calvin St. Just says CBI reforms are showing results after a recent major awards win for St. Kitts and Nevis. That brings us to a close of this evening's major newscast. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to ZIZ. I've been your presenter, Ebony Brandon.